How we doing, folks? This is your old pals
Demo.
and Zonner, and we are here in beautiful Belmont, Nevada. It's an old mining camp, and there's a lot of history here. We're standing in front of the courthouse, and this was built in 1876, just in time for the 4th of July celebration of 1876. The town was founded in 1865. I believe in 1864, 1865, a Mexican miner discovered silver here. His name was Antoine
Marquez.
Marquez.
It should have been October 1865.
Yeah, and so the rush began, and I believe by the end of 1865, there were 50 buildings here, 20 of them saloons.
Yep.
But this is
1867 had a population of
2000.
2,000, which was the second largest city in Nevada,
Yep.
next to Virginia City.
Yeah, second only to VC. But this is our big Halloween special because Belmont's famous for being haunted. A lot of ghosts here, a lot of stuff happening here. A lot of shootings, sheriffs being killed, guys being lynched. I mean, all kinds of fun stuff going on here. So we're gonna hopefully catch some spooks, some ghosts on here, and we're gonna have some fun. So this is gonna be a classic. This is a must-see video. So we're also gonna try to get into the courthouse because inside the courthouse there's an autograph on the wall from an infamous individual.
We'll tell you later who that is.
We'll tell you who it is. And for Halloween, it's kind of the icing on the cake. So come on along with us and we're going to have a blast. You ready, brother?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Right now we're gonna go ahead and head up Main Street here to show you the beautiful town.
That is Belmont.
That is Belmont.
And we're also going to talk about feuds. The feuds were between the Irish and the Cornish miners, and these feuds went back centuries.
Yep.
The Cornish and the Irish were competed for mining jobs, and it started in Europe hundreds of years ago, and they brought the feud across the Atlantic with them when they came to the United States. And a very interesting, violent story we're going to tell you about if we can find a location of where the bar stood, where it all happened. But we're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to see some ghosts. We're going to see some monsters. We're going to have a blast.
Yep. So, I said right behind you. When it's open, it's a must to stop place. It's Dirty Dick's. It was
Dirty Dick's.
Yeah. Dirty
What
Dick's
is it?
Belmont Saloon.
18. What does it say? 1867.
1960s or 18?
I can't tell.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it.
We'll find out. All right, let's do it, brother.
Let's head up Main Street. All right, here we are at the bank building, circa 1868. It was built on Main Street. It was originally built to house a bank and a one-story brick building with a basement at the bottom. Later, it was converted into a courtroom and sheriff's office. And Mr. Zonner has some other interesting information for us.
Yeah, there were 2 jail cells in the basement. In 1874, 2 miners came from Pennsylvania, arrived here as Charlie McIntyre and a guy by the name of Walker. Jack Walker. Yeah. And they got into a little ruckus with a guy by the name of H.H. Sutherland. And they shot Sutherland, wounded him. Sheriff arrested him, put him in jail down in the basement. They escaped. A couple days later, they were recaptured and brought back. Well, this got people's attention. A vigilante team was created. And the second night that they were down there, the sheriff and the deputy got tied up by the vigilante group. They took the 2 gentlemen and hanged both of them in the cellar. And they were buried outside the cemetery down the road here. But yeah, a very interesting history.
Well,
very interesting history.
Let's see if we can take a look at the...
I'm going to see if...
Yeah, there's the basement. So that's...
Right down there.
Yeah, so that's where Jack Walker and Mr. McIntyre were were hung.
hanged right down there, right up, right from the rafters, which are no longer there.
As they said in Blazing Saddles, they were hung by their necks until they were dead.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hmm.
And from what I understand, what I've been told, their ghosts still haunt this area.
I wouldn't be surprised. All right.
Ghosts everywhere here in Belmont. Very, very scary.
And right there across the street from the bank building, or the famous hanging room, that's the Cosmopolitan. That was 1867 to 1930. It used to be owned by Morgan and Maggie. It opened April 29th, 1867. Finally shut down 1930s, and it went into a state of arrested decay. Gone.
Yep.
And unknown building. Probably a store.
Store, warehouse.
Yeah, store. Could be a saloon. You got to remember there was 50 buildings and 20 saloons, so this could have been one of them, two of them. All right, let's see what else we got. Lady Guardian of Old Belmont. After the building is the house to the left of us is called the Philadelphia House, which is right there.
I believe it's a bed and breakfast now.
But one of the residents was a tall, tough woman with severe blue eyes named Rose Walter, born in Barley Creek, Nevada. Always carried a .44 caliber pistol on her hip to dispatch rattlesnakes. But she was the one that kept people from really looting and stealing from Belmont to keep the town the way it is now. So,
Yep.
yeah. So
They say her ghost still guards this place.
let's take a look at the old Philadelphia House. The Combination Building, also known as the Philadelphia House, was built to house the superintendent and offices associated with the Combination Mining Company from New York. George Roscoe Williams, a local attorney, acquired the building as part of a judgment against the mining company and lived in the structure until 1876. He moved from Belmont later on, and the building has been occupied most of the time since the construction, which explains why it's in as good shape as it is.
Yeah, it's a bed and breakfast now, right?
Yeah, I believe.
So. I was here 20 years ago, and it was a bed and breakfast, but looks like it's closed now. They probably only run it in the summertime.
This is where old Rose lived too, so.
And this is where her ghost is.
Ghosty.
Probably some of the rattlesnakes she shot.
All right, what else do we got going on down here?
Here we got ourselves an owl sitting up in the tree.
Oh, yeah, we had.
There he goes.
Yeah,
All
Halloween.
right.
Yeah, yeah. Halloween.
Wildlife.
Halloween, full moon, owls.
It's Charlie Manson. All right, folks, how we doing? This is your old pals
Demo.
and Zonner, and we're not exactly sure. There was a place called the High Bridge Saloon in 1874. Like we were saying, there was a lot of tension between the Cornish and the Irish. One of the mine superintendents, this guy by the name of Canfield, said that he was going to close down his mine and lay off all the Irishmen and reopen it with Cornish miners. Well, this did not go over too well, as you can imagine. So the Irish grabbed Canfield, rode him up and down Main Street on a rail. Then they stopped at the High Bridge Saloon. And things started to get a little violent. Just then, Sheriff Bedreau showed up. And he tried to break everything up. Well, he got punched in the jaw and knocked to the ground by a guy, an Irish miner by the name of Dignan. At this time, an Irishman came out of the High Bridge and started firing his pistol. Well, everybody started shooting. And Dignan shot Bedreau. Bedreau, after he got hit, pulled his, shot Dignan, killed him. Then the other Irishman shot Boudreaux, and he was stabbed twice, and so he was dead also. And so it was a very ugly situation that got really ugly. Kind of like what's going on in America today now.
Yeah.
Just like now. But yeah, we can't find out where exactly the hybrid saloon was, but we know it was on Main Street, so we're just gonna run with that.
Yeah. And I said, and that's the bank building where they were hung in the basement.
Yep, they were hanging down there.
So,
McIntyre and what was his name?
Walker, Jack Walker. But then, of course, behind Zonner there could have been the saloon, or
Yeah, this could have been it. This could have been it. That could have been it. That could have been it.
yeah.
We're in the ballpark. We're in the ballpark.
But as here, center line, this is where they rode him down Main Street
On a rail.
on a rail.
Up and down Main Street, and it could not have been a pleasant experience because think of what you're sitting on.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Let's head down the road.
All right, folks. Sadly, we couldn't find anybody with a key to this place, so we're gonna have to shoot video footage of it from the windows. But the person who signed his name here back in 1969 was a gentleman by the name of Charlie Manson, who brought his family here and stayed for a couple days, and then got chased out of town by Rose.
Yeah. And shortly after he got chased out of town by Rose. Familiar with the Tate thing, is shortly after that happened, or soon after.
Yeah, and this is actually, this room here was the old sheriff's office. So, and we talked to a local resident who said this place is visited by ghost hunters constantly. It's really, really haunted, supposedly.
Yeah, we'll try to do a part 2 of this in the summer.
Yeah. All right, moving on. All right, folks, now this is the old jail. This was the jail.
That's where the jailer was, and the cells are on the other side of that door yonder.
All right.
Hmm.
All right, and here's part of the old jail. A lot of men were held in here.
Yeah. And
There were a lot of hangings in this town. A lot of violence.
the structure behind Zonner right now used to sit
In here.
about the wood level, so it'd be about chest level to me right now. And it's a two-room hotel.
Yeah, it's like a holding cell. Right here. Woohoo! Oh yeah. How'd you like to spend some time in here? Bunks. Don't look like happy places to be. I'd be willing to bet they didn't even put mattresses on them.
Mama, I've been bad.
Yes, you have. We're tying a knot right now, and not the marriage one.
Oh, damn. Look, I'm breaking free.
Better call the vigilance committee.
Don't go back in there.
Oh, this town's great. It's been so many years since I was here. Fantastic.
Yeah, the local we were talking to, he said after all the earthquakes that this place has gone through, it still stands the way it did in the 1800s.
Yeah, it's so well built.
And they're trying to still get grants to the federal government and the county, and hopefully donations for people that love the history.
Yeah, I mean,
Help preserve this, because they want to put the jail cell back in there and re-roof it and make it back original the way it used to be.
yeah. So if you love history, donate.
Come on up.
All right, folks, here we are at the old combination mill in East Belmont. It was built in 1867, and by 1879,
Well, that's 1868 it was closed. So it only ran for a year.
well, yeah, but then they started it up again.
Yeah.
1878, 1879, and then by 1880, they moved all the machinery to Gold Mountain, and it was finished.
Yeah,
Look at that! I can't believe that stack is still standing. Look at that.
yeah. Yeah, they'd use this mill site right here to crush the silver sulfide. Roast it, add salt, mix it with mercury to extract the silver. It was remodeled in 1878. In 1880, they moved it to Gold Mountain. Yep.
Anybody home?
Some pretty good masonry.
Nice arch. Reinforced with steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, very. Belmont's an incredible place if you get a chance.
Oh yeah. All right, folks. What you see here, this is one of two of the stacks at the combination mill. As a size comparison, I'm only 5'9". Of course, it's quite roomy.
I'm gonna show them the. Holy cow! I can't believe this thing's still standing. That's how well made.
Yeah. 1870s. Still standing.
Yeah. Incredible.
All right.
Show them this valley here. Look at this.
Monitor Valley. That's what you see out in the distance.
This is Monitor Valley.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just gorgeous.
And looking up that way, this is what they called East Belmont. So this was the other edge of. This was the outside of town. The mighty town of Belmont.
All right. Shall we go to the cemetery?
Yeah, let's head up there.
All right, folks. I am inside the chimney stack. There's Demo.
Hi, Demo.
And look at that. Woo!
What a trip.
Oh my God. That is way up there. I love it. All right. All right, folks, here we are at the Belmont Cemetery. Famous haunted cemetery, baby.
Yeah.
If you want to find ghosts, this is where you do it.
The first people interred here was the winter of 1869. You'll see a lot of infant graves, children graves, for due to epidemics and illnesses back in the day. So,
There were lots of them. Very unsanitary.
but you see, this is the older part of the cemetery, and the newer part goes off that way. And this, the hill, I believe, the middle hill here. One of these hills is they call it Cemetery Hill for obvious reasons.
Right.
So go ahead and take a walk around.
Let's do it.
Walk around the wild side.
Okay, here we go. We got a family plot here. Family's named Rice, and must have married in with McCanns, because here we got McCann babies, Barney and Mary. And we got a Rice baby here, and a Rice baby right behind it. Very sad, very sad. As you can see, it's pretty full. People talking about they'd like to go back to the old days. Well, the old days weren't as wonderful as you may think. Modern medicine wasn't around yet. And disease took a lot of people.
Age 51, 1 month,
Died 1882.
15 days. Ellen Thompson.
Ellen Thomason, born 1831. She was 5 years old when the Alamo fell. Here we go, we got a World War I vet here. Edward Hughes, Nevada, private, 348 Field Artillery. World War I, born January 18th, 1887, died May 18th, 1955. Hooah. Rest in peace, my friend. All right, we've got a father and son here, and this is Ronald Carl Moss, U.S. Marine Corps. He was born August 15, 1941, and he passed May 27th, 2017. Semper Fi, brother. And then we have his son, Samuel Carl Moss.
Specialist U.S. Army.
He was born 1982 and died in 2009 in Iraq. Hooah. Rest in peace, brother.
Might be a relative. Sergeant, U.S. Air Force, Vietnam.
Rest in peace, brother. Hey, do you see that? What's that moving over there?
I don't know. That is weird.
Hold on.
Go check it out.
I'm gonna check it out.
Alright, Zonner's been bitten into a zombie. You know what? I'm out of here. How's it going, folks? How in the hell are you today? This is Demo and
Zonner.
And we are wrapping up our beautiful trip to Belmont.
That's fact.
What a beautiful trip it was.
Yep, we did the tour of the town of Belmont and the courthouse and some of the history that happened on Main Street. We hit the combination mill and chimney and
We showed you Tascarati's house.
in the cemetery. And, you know,
Ernst's house.
zombies, ghosts. I mean, this place has got it all.
Yeah, it's got it all, baby. It's got it all.
It's got it all. So if you ever get a chance, come here because these places aren't going to last forever and they deteriorate quickly. So
yeah, and like I said, Zonner's going to leave a link for who to contact.
Yeah, contact.
You're going to have to make a reservation to get into the courthouse to see what they're doing, and hopefully you can do some donations and help them out. Keep it going. Keep our history alive.
There you go.
So.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, without further ado.
I do. I got nothing. So this is Demo and
Zonner saying Happy Halloween and don't let your meatloaf. Thanks a lot, folks. Bye-bye.